All right, so get this. We're going deep, deep into Halloween, like way back in time.
Deeper than you might think.
You want to know where all this spooky stuff comes from, right? And you gave me a ton of stuff to go through, Irish history and folklore, even some archaeology.
Oh yeah, it gets pretty ancient.
Think fire festivals, spirits running around, the original jack-o'-lantern. You ready for this?
Wasn't a pumpkin.
A turnip. And we've even got a doorway to hell legend.
We're going to have fun with this one.
It's wild, right? Like candy and costumes, but it all comes from these ancient beliefs.
Yeah, it's really something, this connection people have always had with, I don't know, the unknown, like life and death, seasons changing and all that.
So way back when, County Meath, Ireland, Hill of Ward,
Okay.
the birthplace of Samain.
Samain. Big festival for the ancient Celts. Marked the end of harvest, beginning of winter. Celebrated for over 2,000 years. Imagine the days getting shorter, older.
Yeah.
And the Celts believed, get this, like a veil between the worlds, the living and the dead, it would thin out.
Spirits could just cross over.
Exactly.
So it wasn't just like pumpkin spice lattes and sweaters.
No pumpkin spice lattes back then. Samhain was a time to celebrate, but also be a little freaked out. Picture huge bonfires everywhere, casting shadows, and people gathering for these rituals.
What kind of rituals?
They wanted to guide the good spirits and keep the bad ones away. And archaeologists, they've actually found evidence of these fire ceremonies at the Hill of Ward, like traces of the bonfires themselves.
Wow. So this isn't just a story, huh? This is like real history. But why fire? Why was that so important?
Well, fire was purifying, cleansing, protecting, especially as the darker part of the year was coming.
Winter.
Exactly. Remember, for them, farming was everything. Winter, that was scary. Would there be enough food? Would they even survive? The bonfires were like a way to face those fears head on, burning away the old year, making way for the new.
Makes you think about how connected they were to nature, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So you've got the Celts celebrating Samhain for, what, centuries in Ireland? But then, how does it turn into our Halloween?
Fast forward to the 1800s, Irish immigrants, lots of them escaping the potato famine, they come to America. And they bring their traditions, including Halloween. But here's the thing. They didn't have pumpkins like we do now.
Wait, so what did they carve? Potatoes.
Huh. Close. But no, it was turnips.
Turnips. Seriously.
Yeah. These knobbly little things with spooky faces carved into them. But then, once it got to America, pumpkins were everywhere. Bigger, easier to carve.
Yeah.
And boom, the jack-o'-lantern was born.
That is a great Halloween party fact. Okay, so pumpkins, that's an American twist. What about trick-or-treating? Is that American too?
Nope, that also goes back to those Celtic practices during Samhain. But instead of kids in costumes wanting candy, it was people offering food and drinks to wandering spirits.
So, like, here's some food, please don't haunt me.
Pretty much. They wanted to appease the spirits, make sure the year ahead went smoothly.
Wow. That's a whole new way to look at trick-or-treat. But speaking of keeping the Halloween spirit alive, there's Derry, Ireland. They really go all out, right?
Derry's amazing. It's like the Halloween capital of the world. And their festival, it's massive. People come from all over to see it. It's not just a party, it's like stepping into a Halloween postcard, you know what I mean? Parades with all these creatures, fireworks lighting up the sky, people selling spooky stories around bonfires.
That sounds amazing. But you know us, we always like to dig a little deeper. What makes Derry's festival so unique? Anything that really ties back to those old Celtic roots?
Oh, absolutely. They have this tradition called Awakening the Walls, and they literally use music and storytelling to, like, wake up the spirits within the city's ancient walls.
Whoa, that's intense.
It really connects the present to the past, honoring their history with Halloween.
Okay, that's officially on my travel list. From bonfires in County Meath to a whole city that lives and breathes Halloween. But our next stop, even spookier. Rathcrogan, County Roscommon, Ireland. Home of the doorway to hell. I'm already getting chills.
Rathcrogan is an old place, full of myths and mysteries. There's this cave there, Owenigett, means cave of the cats, but locals also call it the doorway to hell.
No way. A doorway to hell. What's the story there?
Legend has it that this cave is a portal between our world and the other world, and it supposedly opened on October 31st, releasing all these spirits, even diseases.
Oh, that's creepy. And wait, the sources mentioned people wearing costumes and masks to avoid being recognized by these spirits. So even dressing up, it comes from this ancient belief of protecting yourself from evil.
It's amazing, isn't it, how these ancient practices are still part of Halloween today. What started as a way to deal with spirits and the changing seasons turned into this worldwide thing with costumes, candy, and all the fun stuff.
It's like peeling back layers of time,
Right.
finding out where it all really came from. But wait, there's more to the story. We've looked at Halloween in Ireland, but how did it spread everywhere else?
Ah, good question. It turns out Halloween is a real mix of influences. Get ready to travel through time and across continents because we're about to see how different cultures shaped this incredible holiday. Welcome back. Okay, so we're about to follow Halloween across the globe. See how it went from this ancient Celtic thing to, well, what we know today.
So we know it started with the Celts, but how did it end up in America?
Well, remember all those Irish immigrants in the 1800s?
Yeah, the ones escaping the potato famine.
Right. When they settled in America, they brought their traditions with them, Halloween included.
So it wasn't like an instant hit, it took some time.
Exactly. It was a gradual thing, cultures, mixing, adapting. Early Halloween in America, it was mostly small community gatherings, bonfires, spooky stories, games.
Sounds cozy.
Yeah. It wasn't until much later, late 1800s, early 1900s, that it started to look more like the Halloween we know now.
Makes sense. Things change, traditions change too. What about trick-or-treating? Did that happen around the same time?
Pretty much. Early 1900s, trick-or-treating as we know it really started to take off. Halloween was getting popular, especially with kids, and dressing up, going door to door for treats, it just caught on.
From ancient rituals to kids wanting candy, it's kind of wild how that happens.
It is. But, even with all the modern stuff, Halloween still has those old roots. Death, supernatural, the seasons changing.
Right, they're still there, just maybe a bit more fun now.
Exactly. Like the costumes, jack-o'-lanterns, even the candy, they all have connections to those old beliefs.
Halloween's like a mix of history, spooky stories, and, well, fun.
Perfect way to put it. It shows how traditions can change over time, but still keep something from the past.
I'm seeing Halloween in a whole new light now. But okay, we talked about the Celts, the Irish immigrants. Did any other cultures add to the mix? It seems like such a blend of things.
You're totally right. Halloween borrows from a lot of different cultures and times. For example, some think that Roman festivals, like the one for Pomona, the goddess of fruit and trees, might have influenced Halloween.
Wait, the Romans, what did they have to do with Halloween?
Well, Pomona's festival was all about the harvest.
Right?
And that's a big part of Halloween, too, the end of harvest, getting ready for winter. It's interesting, right? Different cultures, but they had similar worries and rituals around this time of year.
So even the Romans might be part of the story. Are there any other cultural influences?
Oh, yeah. When Christianity spread through Europe, it also affected Halloween. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory V made November 1st, All Saints' Day, a day to honor all Christian saints. And the night before became All Hallows' Eve.
Which became Halloween.
Exactly. And All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day right after it, they definitely influenced some Halloween customs. Like dressing up in costumes that might have come from medieval plays and parades where they acted out stories of saints and biblical figures.
Wow, so Halloween took bits and pieces from all over and made them into something new.
It did. It shows how powerful cultural exchange can be and how interested people have always been in, well, life, death, the supernatural. What started as a way to deal with spirits and the changing seasons is now this global celebration. But there's still more to uncover about Halloween's history.
It's really amazing, right, how Halloween took ideas from different places and times all mixed together.
Yeah, it shows how connected our world really is and how traditions, they can change as they, move from place to place.
This whole deep dive has been incredible. We've gone from ancient Ireland to trick-or-treating today, and it's just mind-blowing how much we've uncovered about, well, Halloween.
It's a good reminder, right? The things we see every day, they often have these really cool stories behind them just waiting for us to find them.
Absolutely. I feel like I have a totally new appreciation for Halloween now. It's not just costumes and candy. It's this connection to, I don't know, ancient beliefs and rituals, the things people have always wondered about. But before we finish up, there's one last thing.
Okay, what is it?
So we've explored all these Halloween origins, but it makes me think, are there other traditions, like things we think are modern, that actually have like ancient roots too?
That's a great question. And you know what? I think you'd be surprised by how many there are. Really. Think about it. Everyday stuff, holidays, even superstitions. They all probably have a story behind them, a history that goes way back.
You've totally got me thinking now. I need to do some more digging. Who knows what I'll find?
That's the spirit. Remember, history isn't just in books. It's in the stories we tell, the things we do, the way we connect with the past, and even the future.
That's so true. This deep dive has reminded me that there's always more to learn, especially about where our traditions come from.
I couldn't agree more. And every little thing we discover, it adds to the, I don't know, the big picture of human history. It's
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Well, this has been one amazing journey. Ancient Ireland, modern-day America, and everything in between. We've learned that Halloween is so much more than just decorations and candy. It's a connection to ancient beliefs, rituals, and those big questions about life and, well, the unknown.
It's been fantastic exploring all of this with you. And hey, don't stop now. Keep asking questions, keep digging, and you'll find all those amazing connections that make up our world. Happy exploring.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Halloween. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And next time you see a jack-o'-lantern or put on a costume, think about all that history hiding behind it. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating stories all around us.